What's up, everyone? Pokemon Star Neo here, and today we'll be using a team that was made by Pei Yu Ping in the Taiwan National. It got top 8. This was last year, and yeah, I think this is a really cool team. Because not only do you have Miraidon, you also have a Ditto there, Iron Crown, and Ursaluna Assault Vest this time. So yeah, I think let's go through this. We have Miraidon with the Electroterra Choice Specs, Electro Drift, Discharge, Dragon Pulse, Volt Switch, Whimsicott with the Covert Cloak, Dark Terra, Moonblast, Tailwind, Encore, Worry Seed, Ogreparn with the Cornerstone Mask, and that is going to be Ivy Cudgel, Horn Leech, Follow Me, Spiky Shield, Iron Crown with the Ground Terra, Life Orb with Tachyon Cutter, Expanding Force, Terra Blast, and Protect, Ditto with the Focus Sash. It changes forms, and it is normal Terra. And then the Ursaluna with the Ghost Terra, Assault Vest, Blood Moon, Hyper Voice, Earth Power, and Vacuum Wave. So things I like about this team, obviously Ursaluna having Vacuum Wave, not everyone is going to see that coming. You have Ditto, so you can in theory get a second restricted. And if it's like a form change kind of Pokemon, fun little fact, you can like maybe if you have another Pokemon you want out there, you can bring that and transform into that too. You have Worry Seed, so that's going to get rid of some abilities. And yeah, and if they try to do some train stuff with the Indeedee, Expanding Force, yeah, I like this team. Interesting things to note that you do have Discharge, so be a little mindful in the sense of like, all right, if you're gonna have something else when you're pressing that move, have it be Ursaluna, Iron Crown if it's Terra, or Ditto into something that is resisted, or yeah, I will say like at the very least there is resistance to it, but it's still going to do hefty damage because choice specs. I like this team. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyway, enough of the chit chat. Let's go straight to the battles against Big Mikey, and it is a Cali Ice team, and we got some fun mons here. We got a Metagross, we got Como. Cool. I am saying that is pretty cool. Now, what do I want to do? I think we bring you out so we have the terrain. We may expect that, but I think I'm fine. Famous last words. I want to bring... I'd say one thing about this team. Cornerstone is our only physical. I think... Cornerstone isn't a bad idea, honestly. We're gonna bring you, and then I think maybe do I want to? Just looking at their Pokemon, you know, let's bring you because you can take some physical hits, and they have a very physical team. It is fitting. It is physical versus special, essentially. All right. So we see Ursaluna and the Grimmsnarl. So that very much means that I need to try and get out of there. We are going to electric out, and then the scary thing is Ursaluna is there. And if it wanted to, it can't, there is no Trick Room on their thing right now. It does protect. It's gonna get it off the Flame Orb, which makes sense. So we're gonna Light Screen out, or we're gonna Volt Switch out as they Light Screen. Still does a lot of damage, like, dang. Just goes to show the power output. Now, if I go into you, you are prone to some earthy shenanigans. Ghost, it does. I'm leaning more towards you. You can do some fun. We have the electric terrain up, so that gives us a boost. What do we do? We're going to be prone to some damage, so I think we're actually going to use the Iron Crown, so that way we threaten Terra or something onto their Calyrex, because they can only really Terra one or the other. So we get rid of that. Right now, it is super important that we keep our good old blanking on Ogrepon's name as I say Ogrepon. Strong. All right, we do see Metagross. Interesting. So not too much is going to go into it. As a result, I don't want to terrestrialize because then no good. I think it's free to just double up into this. No. Okay, this is when we have shenanigans with Drift. We're gonna Tachyon Cutter. That does pathetic damage. Alright. And then I'm going to hopefully get something out of this Horn Leech. And we get the KO out of that Horn Leech. Very good. It was a crit. You know, call it luck. I call it taking care of business. So Ice Punch will go into you. And while that does a lot, it is not enough. Alright, Calyrex comes out. We can see what this thing wants to do. Even if it's water, I think we're still in a good spot. I think my thing is Metagross is not too much damage is gonna come out from Metagross. I mean, into Metagross. Unless I Terra right here, which I don't want to do. So I'm gonna Tachyon Cutter into you. And then I think we Ivy Cudgel. Double up. If it takes something out, all right, bullet. I almost said bullet train. Bullet punch. Yeah, that's fair. Thankfully, they don't Terra. So good on us. Tachyon Cutter does half. It crits for the first one, brings it to the red, and then yeah, this is probably gonna Trick Room, and this is where things get a little tricky. But thankfully, we have something up our sleeve, and that is you, who has Vacuum Wave. Alright, so what I want to do... I mean, if you go down, I'm not upset with that. Let's see what we can do. I want Vacuum Wave into you, because we'll be faster, and hopefully that will be enough to take it out. Alright, we're going to Terra here. This is tricky, and this is risky. But right now, we don't have, we don't have too many good options. If this Terra... I'm trying to think what it could be. Oh, that's gonna Terra. Water. Well, at least opens us up to a few moves, one of which is going to be... Oh, Calyrex protects. Okay. Vacuum Wave will go into you. What are you going to try and do here? Metagross. Ice Punch does nothing. Tachyon Cutter into you is not going to do anything, but we're chipping away. And then what's good about this is some of the... they have like 4 turns of light screen, but we're taking away some of their turns. I just want to check to see real quick if it was speed or so it is speed. So when the when the electric terrain goes down, we will not be losing that at least. All right, I'm going to expanding force into you or I think honestly because I feel like we're gonna tachyon cutter just in case, but I still want a vacuum wave. Vacuum wave, is it enough? It does nothing. Glacial Lance. Okay, that's going to be a lot. We survive, though. Psychic Fangs. Okay. And that takes out our bear. But thankfully, we survived the attack and we're able to take out you. All right, we are nowhere near out of the woods yet because we still have 2 more turns of Trick Room. And then this thing, yeah, I think this is kind of GG's because it still has Ice Fang. Now we can survive that at least once, I think. If I'm being optimistic, which right now I have to be. Yeah, it has to Ice punch into that. We're not out of the woods, but it's not. But you know, like there is a shot. Ice Punch does half over half. Electro Drift with the terrain choice. All right, let's see. It takes it out. Good job. Good job. Yeah, well done. I think this was a tricky one, but we pulled out the W. Solid. Good games. Big Mikey. All right, so let's see. We got the Lunala team. All right, hard. I would say hard. And this is a double terrain one. Okay. I think we do not start out with terrain. And what do we start out with, you may ask? I think if we go... What's the most likely thing they're going to want to go into? I think the Follow Me is possible. I think we bring out you two so that way we can have a fighting chance. And I do think dittoing their... I love using Ditto. Yeah. I think if we Ditto, if they bring Torkoal in, that'll be beneficial. Or if it comes in full and then we have the Shadow Shield or whatever Lunala's ability is, you know, that's always good. Especially if it already Meteor Beams and then it gets that boost all the way already. All right. Let's hope for a glorious victory or an epic loss. All right, both of us with our respective cats. Okay, so Lunala and Indeedee, we called it. Cool. I'm down to... Who do you have in the back? All right. So I'm thinking Tachyon Cutter. I also think Expanding Force. The thing is, I know you might try and switch. Okay, we're gonna Tachyon Cutter. And then we're going to Ivy Cudgel. Follow me, yeah. So I think right now you don't want to get in. All right, that would have been cool if it crit and we won, but yeah. At least we get rid of Indeedee. So that's one less terrain Pokemon we have to worry about. Okay. Trick Room. Alright. Ursaluna will come in. Okay. I think Expanding Force is going to do anything. I don't know. I can see it wanting to protect for the burn because it has speed advantage. I think we're going to follow me and pray. Dear Arceus, let them make single target moves. Let my Pokemon crit where it must crit, and let my sweet dear Ogerpon survive not one, not two, but 3 attacks. Alright, follow me. Headlong Rush. It's going to weaken it. It lives on 1. Okay. Expanding Force. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to do some serious damage into you. And we break that Shadow Shield. Alright. Okay, so Flame Orb will go off. We gotta hope that this thing has some stally moves. You know, like, okay, because now this thing is, oh, wait, so it can only headlong rush. I just want to see what moves you have. I want to protect just to see Meteor Beam, Expanding Force, Moonblast. Or Trick Room. I think we protect here. And then we're not in the best position. The best I can do here is protect and then hope that they really try and target into you. All right. Because they're going to damage their own Pokemon, which is good. By a lot. Meteor Beam. So it's probably going to go into Lunala. Yeah, it's probably going to go into Lunala because, like, the guaranteed protect. All right. Guaranteed not to protect. All right. So that's down. Ursaluna, unfortunately, lives with 1. Okay. I'm trying to think what was probably the best way out of that. I think we were just in a tough position. I think this was like a team where if I'm looking at things, probably Blood Moon might have been good in here, but I don't know. I think it was tough. What do we have? Yeah, if we were able to break the speed tie, that could have helped. But alas, we did not. There's 2 turns of Trick Room left. You either Headlong Rush or you do this. Yeah, it's GG's, but go down swinging, I guess. Electric Terra. Discharge. I don't know. We're screwed. It doesn't matter too much what we do. Alright, they're gonna Terra. What was their big brain move? Fairy Terra. Alright. I mean, this is all just kind of like going through the motions. Because they're going to outspeed me. Yeah, I think I want to make an adjustment. I don't know. I feel like damage roll could have been it. I feel bring in Ursaluna. I think we had the right choice of... Okay. Why didn't you just go for my Miraidon? But yeah, I guess like because it's not gonna do super effective into it. All right, Moonblast brings it down. Discharge. So you see, sometimes it does matter. But they have one Pokemon left, and I'm pretty sure it's not gonna do. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something that takes out my Miraidon. At the very least, I brought it down to one Pokemon each. Um, was there a way out of this? I think if well, it could have lived if I had Terra'd, but I don't know. I feel like the headlong rush into you Tachyon or Iron Crown still wouldn't have been enough. Yeah, and because resisted damages, fake outs, underspeeding, all this stuff, that's GG's. But you know, honestly, still a lot of fun. Yeah. But I do like seeing Lunala. I think it's a I know like a lot of people have like in the B tier of restricteds, but I think if you can use it and you have a good team with it, it can be a little broken. Anyway, GG's. All right, against Wednesday, we have a fun little Trick Room team. Trick Room Sun team. And good news is they do not have terrain, which gives us a slight advantage. Who do I want to do? I can see them wanting to just helping Pand and ruin my life. I think this isn't a bad lead. Because we have redirection. We can live if they try and hit us hard with something. I don't mind you in the sense of if they got us in Trick Room, we can underspeed if they have Torkoal out. We have some. It's very special heavy. I don't know. I have time to think. I think you're good because you are slower and you have special. And we're just gonna do this. Okay. So it really depends on what kind of team they're running here. Good news is if they start out with Lilligant, they can't put us to sleep because of electric terrain. All right, let's see what you got, Miss Adams. Okay, Bronzong and Ho-Oh. All right, I can vibe with this. I do wonder what kind of Terra you are. Ooh. If you're ground Terra, I can see. I can also see you be electric Terra. We have choices to make. I say we Electro Drift. If we have to switch out, we have to switch out. Actually, let's Volt Switch. Call me a scaredy cat. It's what I gotta do. Ho-Oh is gonna protect. Alright, Volt Switch. Oh, we totally should have Electro Drift. Oh well. If we go into you... I don't know. I don't feel good going into either of these, really. I think, at the very least, by going to you, we got double of the physical damage we can bring out. And we can be super effective into Bronzong. I am a little surprised All right, I definitely could have seen something going into this. I mean, they got the trick room off. It's a little too trigger shy. It's gonna cost me. All right, so ooh, it does have earthquake. That is cool information to know for later. I think we Sacred Fire first. I don't know. I can see them wanting to double up. All you have is normal. We're gonna Sacred Fire, and then we're gonna Spiky Shield. So we need to survive all these Trick Room turns, which is possible. It's just scary. Okay, Bronzong will go out. Who are you going out to? That is the big question. Torkoal. Admittedly, a Pokemon I would have wanted to had my Ditto go into. Okay, so they're gonna Terra. It's usually Terra Grass if it's anything. All right. Oh, it's Earth. Okay. So, good news is I can Earthquake. I can Earthquake, and I should be fine because now it is grounded. Sacred Fire is going to go into you. Still does a decent amount for being resisted. Sacred Fire is going to miss from you because it's going to go into that Protect. All right, I think Earth Power. I don't know. Is that risk? Also, props to them because they have that. How many turns of Trick Room do we have? Is it better to go into... No. I think it's better that we keep the Protect intact if we can. Or keep the Sash intact if we can. I'm going to follow me. Let's see what I do. Overheat into you, so you're going to survive on 1. This thing is... If it has Overheat, I can see it be... Oh, it isn't. I thought it was gonna be like eject pack or something like that. It's not. All right, so Earthquake is going to do massive damage into Torkoal. All right, so who do I want to bring out next? I feel you will help us out. All right, so now our Trick Room team. So Trick Room is down to 2. Part of me wants to... Brave Bird and Hyper Voice. Yeah. Hopefully both Pokemon will survive, and then next turn I can just double protect so I can get my Pokemon ready for the next time Trick Room comes through, or a Trick Room user comes through. Ho-Oh is one of my big concerns right now because this one has Earthquake, Ground Terra. It's going to protect. It's cool because we are mostly targeting you. Oh, they protect their own Pokemon. All right. Hyper Voice. Brave Bird is not going to do much. So it's Assault Vest, so it has to attack. All right, so I'm going to protect here. Sacking. Oh, sacrificial is not great. I think they use both of theirs. Things are going to end on their side. Thing is, they have seen all my Pokemon. They have one little surprise in the back. I want to Blood Moon you. Because right now you scare me with the whole being able to Earthquake my strongest Pokemon. Torkoal will be withdrew. withdrawn. Roaring Moon will come out. So, alright. What they might want to try is to speed things up now. Ho is going out. Interesting. Bronzong going here. I'm going to protect. So downside to Ho-Oh going out is that Regenerator will regenerate some of it. Bronzong survives, it's obviously. Dimensions shall return to normal. They already used their Terra. Sacred Fire isn't the worst thing into you. Hold on. Unless it miss. You can. Honestly, because of that 5% chance I'm worried about. Or actually, let's Sacred Fire into you. And then we Vacuum Wave into you. If I can get the okay, so you're just going straight supportive. All right, Vacuum Wave, boom. All right, so they can't Trick Room anymore. Is their Helping Hand? They're not going into Throat Chop. It doesn't do too much. Sacred Fire, if we can get the burn, that would be great. It doesn't. All right, we're still in a good spot. We have priority into that. That thing cannot Terra out of a fighting type weakness. I want to Sacred Fire into you, and I want to Vacuum Wave into you. Because if I can get burns up, great. If we can mitigate some of this damage that this Ho-Oh can put out, we'll appreciate that. If it has Protect, it has Protect, and there's not really too much we can do. The Roaring Moon I'm referring to. And it does not do much. Y'all, I really don't like... Vacuum Wave is cool, but I think the IVs on this is like, oh, if it just has slightly enough damage left. It lives, though. Means we can get another Vacuum Wave off. Sacred Fire brings it low. Okay, what do we want to do? We have to get rid of you. Vacuum Wave might do the trick. I don't know. I think there's a better way. Torkoal is the only one left. It's not going to appreciate Tailwind. I'd say if we can knock you out, we can knock you out. Protect. Okay. All right. Vacuum Wave. Let's see what Fire Chick can do. Brave Bird is going to go into you. Brings you low. I'm going to Earthquake, which we love. I think this is how we get. This is how we lose it. La 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 la. Alright, their Ho-Oh faints at least. Okay, so with that being said, you have full HP. This thing may have knockoff. This thing is going to be fast. It's going to hit first. The thing is, Torkoal is way too slow to do anything. How many turns of Tailwind do they have? Even if it has Breaking Swipe, I think we're still in good shape. It's just going to be... It's going to be scary. It's just going to be scary. They have 2 turns of Tailwind. And I think... we Brave Bird. I think we just have to go for this. It's not really going to be so effective. We just gotta try and hope that this is enough damage. It has the terrain up. We have choice. Got Terra. Now, if it's knockoffs, Throat chop. All right, cool. Takes you out. I would have definitely gone for the Miraidon. The Miraidon's going to be my heaviest damage dealer right now. So, discharge, all the multipliers. Will that be a double KO? It is! We live! We win! We defeated them! GG's. This was a tough match. And yeah, always appreciate that because it's better for y'all. Good day, Wednesday. Anyway, that is it for this video. Shout out to the creator of this team. You did a fun team. It's a lot of fun surprises with it, and yeah, I love using Miraidon. I love using Ditto. So I recommend this team. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.